It's the birthplace of country music, Nashville, Tennessee. But the Grand Ole Opry isn't the only stage where stars shine. Beyond all the rhinestone, glitter, and honky-tonk joints sits a log home fit for country music royalty.
Welcome to Fontanel. My parents, Barbara Mandrell and Ken Dudney, bought the property at Fontanel in 1987 and built this beautiful home.
Country Music Hall of Famer Barbara Mandrell and her family made sweet music in Fontanel for 13 glorious years before selling it in 2002.
Growing up at Fontanel at the time seemed normal to me, as it would for any child with whatever surroundings that they're used to and accustomed to.
Today, the sprawling estate is a mecca of music for fans and Mandrell diehards.
My mother designed this house actually in 3 days, which is incredible. But if you knew my mom, you would understand.
But getting the cabin built had all the makings of a country song.
Ken called me and out of the blue and asked if we did log cabins. And our first response was, we don't do log cabins.
After 45 minutes, architect Seeb Tuck changed his tune.
For who then announced Barbara Mandrell was his wife, by the way. And so that was on a Wednesday or Thursday, and by Tuesday I was on a plane going to Montana to look at log homes and pick out the type of logs we'd use.
Seeb then went to the drawing board, while Barbara and Ken hand-selected every log from a forest in Montana.
The number of logs I do know is close to 5 miles worth of logs. And I also know it was 36 tractor trailers of logs.
And the rest is log cabin history.
It's the only log home we've ever built and the largest we've ever built.
Fontanel is 27,000 square feet, sits on 136 pristine acres, boasts 6 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, and 5 fireplaces.
Well, I think what's most unique about Fontanel is even though it's 27,000 square feet, most people that walk through the front door, they say it doesn't feel 27,000 square feet. It feels like an intimate home.
One step inside this log masterpiece, and you're in the middle of a fantasy land.
This was my family's pool atrium. It's our indoor swimming pool.
The 16 by 36 foot pool and the atrium have been host to everything from weddings to pool parties.
As a matter of fact, one time, John Stamos taught me how to do a backflip off the diving board right over there.
Just steps from the pool, Barbara's pride and joy.
My mom named it the Great Room because when she walked in, she said, "Wow, this is a great room."
Larch logs from Montana may hold the room together.
I want to take you to this log right here.
But this is the most famous log of them all.
Well, my parents started a great tradition that's been carried on throughout the years, that when a celebrity comes and stays at Fontanel or visits Fontanel, they sign this post right here. And we have people like Oprah Winfrey. She wrote blessings on this home. Right here we have Mr. Bob Hope, Gretchen Wilson, Minnie Pearl, Gwyneth Paltrow, Tim McGraw.
Every inch of the great room is covered with priceless pieces of history. There's a Harley Davidson piano, walls of platinum albums, and guitars galore.
We have a guitar from the group Brooks and Dunn. We also have a guitar from the Eagles, and also John Rich from the duo Big and Rich.
From making music to eating dinner, the dining room was a family staple.
If you look up here, you'll see the Austrian Strauss crystal chandelier. It's 1,200 individual pieces of crystal that my father assembled one by one and still complains how long it took him. Even though my parents were busy, and especially my mother when she was on the road, my parents insisted that we eat together every night as a family.
But dinner at Fontanel wasn't your typical meatloaf night.
Miss Una Shriver sat right here, and my Aunt Minnie Pearl sat right across from her. At another dinner party, we had Rush Limbaugh here. Now, I'm sure Aunt Minnie would have loved to have had the Shrivers and Rush Limbaugh at the same dinner table.
And how about having this for a dessert bar?
Here in the soda fountain room at Fountain Fontanel, this is our throwback to the soda fountain rooms back in the 50s. Mom and Dad designed this room, and each member of my family has something named after them. Mine is Jamie's Jungle Ginger Ale.
Looking for a way to burn off those calories?
My family and I were avid shooters. We're not big hunters, so Mom and Dad built a shooting range in the house.
These days, the 50-foot-long 2-lane range has shots of a different kind.
Now it's our shooting gallery, meaning there's photos on the wall and lots of memorabilia. such as Gretchen Wilson's four-wheeler from the Redneck Woman video that was shot here on property.
As for those nicks on the walls,
We took great pride that we never nicked the walls, but long after we moved out, two guys came in and shot this room up, and their names are Kid Rock and Hank Williams Jr.
just up the one-of-a-kind mahogany stairs is the private residence.
We're in what was once my parents' master bedroom suite, and I just love this room.
In a bathroom fit for a queen.
Everyone falls in love with the master bathtub. Actually, it was measured to fit my mom's body perfectly from her back to her toes.
But this wasn't just any bathroom.
People would say that this is a bathroom, but truth be known, this is actually my mother's office. She would sit here, do her hair and makeup, and talk on the phone. Peyton, Jeannie Pruitt. Oh wait, don't read the numbers though.
Once you've absorbed the glory of Fontanel inside, take a gander at what's outside.
This might just look like a concrete slab, but the truth is it's my dad's old helipad where he flew his Hughes 500 helicopter. So he would come in, fly, land, and come on up to dinner.
While the helipad is clearly a must-see, there's also a must-hear.
We've had some incredible, enchanting evenings there listening to some amazing music.
Once alfalfa fields, Fontanel's grounds have been transformed into a 4,500-seat amphitheater called the Woods at Fontanel.
We've had Steely Dan, Styx, and yes, Willie Nelson.
Barbara and Ken sold the house 10 years ago. Today, Fontanel sits as a shrine to Barbara Mandrell and a tourist destination to fans who want a sneak peek at what it's like to live like music royalty.
When the new owners opened up Fontanel to the public, I love seeing the faces and the reactions of people that get to come into the home for the first time.
But to its original family, it will always be just home.
I think that my favorite thing actually about Fontanel is the fact that my parents designed it and built it, and it was a labor of love, and I just love the fact that we got to live here together as a family.